Hey everyone, welcome back to 19 Sarge 72. It's great to see you all again. I hope you've all been doing well and are ready for another deep dive into a topic that's close to many of our hearts. It's your old pal Sarge here, and today we're tackling a topic that's been getting a bum rap for far too long, the midlife crisis. This is something that affects many of us, but it's often misunderstood. People tend to think it's all about buying sports cars or making drastic life changes, but there's so much more to it. I have a background with a master's in psychology, and let me tell you, this whole idea of hitting a certain age and suddenly freaking out, it's not as simple as it sounds. There are layers to this experience, and it's important to peel them back to understand what's really going on. Yeah, not quite the whole picture. So, buckle up, because we're diving deep into why this so-called crisis is more myth than reality. We're going to explore the real reasons behind these feelings. It's not just about age, it's about life transitions, personal growth, and sometimes just plain old stress. Over the next few minutes, we're going to break down 7 key points that challenge everything you thought you knew about this midlife myth. These insights might just change your perspective. We'll look at societal expectations, personal achievements, and even the role of health and wellness in shaping our midlife experiences. By the end of this video, you'll be armed with the knowledge to navigate this stage of life with confidence and a whole lot less anxiety. Let's do this together and make the most of it. Remember, midlife is not a crisis. It's an opportunity for growth and new beginnings. So, let's get started and embrace this journey with open minds and hearts. So, where did this whole midlife crisis thing even come from? And why do we even talk about it? It's a term that seems to pop up in conversations, movies, and even casual jokes, but its origins are actually quite fascinating. Turns out, the term itself is relatively recent, first popping up in the 1960s, during a time of great social change. The 60s were a period of upheaval, with new ideas challenging old norms, and this concept of a midlife crisis fit right into that narrative. A psychologist named Elliot Jacques coined it after studying artists and creatives, noticing some common threads in their journeys and struggles. He observed that many of them experienced a kind of existential questioning and reevaluation of their life's work around middle age. Fast forward a decade, and bam! The 70s hit, and suddenly, the midlife crisis was everywhere. Magazines, movies, you name it, it was a hot topic. It seemed like everyone was talking about it, and it became a part of the cultural lexicon. It became this cultural phenomenon, this expectation that hitting a certain age meant inevitable turmoil and personal upheaval. People started to believe that reaching middle age was synonymous with a crisis, a time when everything in your life would be questioned and possibly fall apart. But here's the thing, newer research is showing that it's just not that simple, and the reality is much more nuanced. Studies now suggest that while some people do experience significant changes or challenges in midlife, it's not a universal experience. In fact, many people find this period to be one of growth and fulfillment rather than crisis. Here's the thing about midlife. It looks different for everyone. Your experiences, your background, your dreams, they all factor into how this stage of life unfolds. Think about it. A single parent working 2 jobs is going to have a wildly different experience than, say, someone who's financially secure and retired early. And guess what? Both are totally valid. This isn't some universal script we're all following. It's about individual journeys, folks. Let's explore why this is so important to understand. Midlife is often portrayed as a time of crisis, but it doesn't have to be. It's a period of transformation, a chance to reassess and realign with what truly matters to you. For some, it might mean pursuing a new career or hobby, while for others, it could be about deepening relationships or focusing on personal growth. The key is to recognize that there is no one-size-fits-all approach. Embrace the uniqueness of your journey and understand that change can be a powerful catalyst for positive growth and new opportunities. Let's be real. Life is full of transitions, right? But here's the thing. Change doesn't automatically equal crisis. Sure, switching careers at 45 or seeing your kids fly the coop can be challenging, even a little scary, but it can also be incredibly liberating. a chance to rewrite your story. Instead of viewing these shifts as failures or signs of a breakdown, what if we embrace them as opportunities for growth? You know that thing you've always wanted to do? That passion project you've been putting off? Well, guess what? Midlife is the perfect time to go for it. Seriously, when else are you going to have the wisdom, the experience, and let's face it, maybe a little more freedom to finally chase those dreams? Don't let anyone tell you it's a crisis to finally prioritize your own fulfillment. We get wiser with age, my friends. You know what they say, with age comes wisdom. And you know what? It's true. We build resilience over time, learn from our mistakes, and develop coping mechanisms that help us navigate life's ups and downs. So yeah, midlife might throw some curveballs, but we've got this. We're stronger than we think, and we've got a whole lot more living to do. Okay, let's talk about the media for a sec. You know, those movies where the guy turns 50, buys a sports car, and runs off with his secretary? Yeah, that's not exactly reality. The media loves to portray the midlife crisis in these extreme, often comical ways. But in reality, most of us are just trying to live our best lives, right? Here's a news flash. Studies are actually showing that many people experience increased happiness in midlife. Think about it. We've got more established careers, stronger relationships, and a better sense of who we are. That's something to celebrate, folks. It's not about some magical age or avoiding change. It's about embracing the journey, with all its twists and turns. Keep on rockin'. Remember, life is a journey, and every stage has its own unique beauty. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Thanks for hanging out with me today on 19 Sarge 72. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who might need to hear it. And as always, keep on rockin'.